We got our first look at crossover breakers, and I think this archetype is going to set the new stage for tier 1 meta decks. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And in addition to the release of Malice today, we have our playmat up. Now, some of you have already seen this in some of the videos, but I figured what better way to celebrate the release of the Malice archetype than by having this piece be available for you. So I will leave a link down below to the website so you guys can grab yours today. Now, log in through the back door with Malice. So this is going to be your last crossover breakers theme. And yes, we are in fact missing a link monster. All of these cards are creative cards, by the way. They are all inherently broken. And yes, this is an Alice in Wonderland reference. So we're going to be starting off here with the Malice White Rabbit, or the Pawn. So it is a level 3 Dark Cyverse monster with 1200 attack, 300 defense. So you got level 3 synergy here, and we're ring 3 synergy too. Possibly some other stuff here. So you can only use the first and third effects this card's name once per turn. On normal or special, we can set a Malice trap from your deck with a different card name from the cards in your graveyard. Alright? You take no battle damage from battles involving Malice link monsters that point to this card. So this is kind of giving that ability to the monster it's pointing to. Not really, but it's protecting you from taking terrible fallout damage. And if this card becomes banished, you can pay 300 life points, special summon it, but you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for link monsters. That's 300 to revive this out of banish. Can anybody say Dimensional Fissure Macrocosmo Shifter? Ah, yes. The anti-meta cauldron of cards that people dislike having meta application on our meta. Yeah, you heard me say that correctly. Next up is the Pawn Cheshire Cat. So this is going to be 1500, 300. You can only use the first and third effects of this card's name once per turn. So during your main phase, we can banish one Malice card from our hand. Then you can draw 2 cards. Why is my draw card on a monster lets me draw 2. So once again, I mean, you get to pay those stacks to revive. Like, that's pretty good. Monsters destroyed by battle by Malice monsters at this point, this card points to, are banished instead of being sent to the graveyard. Sure, sign me up. And if this card becomes banished, pay 300, special summon it, and then you get locked into link monsters for the rest of this turn. Okay, still. Sure. IP, well, yeah, SP, everything that you want. And then we have Dormouse. So this is our last link, or our last monster. On a 900, 300, during your main phase, we can banish a Malice monster from the deck. Also, all Malice monsters you control gain 600 attack for the rest of this. You have a draw, a banish from the deck, which puts it back onto the field. You know, I can't help but feel that these cards are broken. Malice link monsters that this card points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then if this card becomes banished, pay 300 special summon, and you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for link monsters. Holy crap, man. You have 9 monsters that all give you draw power, give you the ability to extend. I'm also loving the fact that all of these, the interactions from the deck are amazing. Alright, so this is the Red Ransom, or the first mode of the Queen. And yes, this is a Link 3. We are missing a Link monster, which should be a Link 3, based on the order of things, but alright. So, Cyverse, left, right, and down. 2 monsters, including a Malice monster, to make this. So you can use the first and third effects of this card's name once per turn. Standard stuff here. On special summon, we can add a Malice spell card from our deck to our hand. Yeah, okay, sure. The original attack and defense of all effect monsters your opponent controls are swapped while this card points to a monster. That's kind of cool, I guess, but I don't know how likely it's going to be that you're going to be swapping a massive field of things, but okay. If this card becomes banished, you can pay 900 life points, special summon it, then you can banish a Cyverse monster from your deck. Wow. If this thing gets banished during the opponent's turn, well, then we can go ahead and banish something else, possibly dig into the deck, and try to find some more outs. Okay, sure. The Red Queen, the Hearts of Cryptor. You know what that mat's based on that you are going to love? This is 2,500 attack points currently. It's 3 monsters, including a Malice monster, so they are hard making you use this. And it's bottom left, bottom right, and top up. So you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. It's quick effect. When you can target one of your banished Malice cards, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, banish one card on the field. This effect and activation cannot be negated if this card points to a monster. So you're telling me if I park this fine sedan in the extra monster zone, my opponent will not be able to do anything about it. Okay, sure. If this card becomes banished, you can pay 900 life points, special summon it, and if you do, its attack becomes doubled. That's really good. This gives you a 5k brought back. All of this is just under Dimensional Fissure, by the way. I'm just going to reiterate that. The Dimensional Fissure synergy is good. And then we have the Malice in the Underground. This is our only spell card, by the way. We just got a field spell. All right, they put the draw power on a monster effect. They're like, yeah, you know, nobody's playing these cards anyway. We'll just give them a field spell. So you can activate one card with this card's name per turn. When this card resolves, you can banish a Malice monster or a Malice card from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Let me repeat that to you again. On activation, instead of adding something to hand, you just banish whatever piece you need. And then you pay 300 life points, and guess what? You get your piece on out. Okay, Malice Link monsters you control. Gain 3,000 attack. Well, you have 3 more banished Malice trap cards with different card names. I mean, okay, sure. If you control any Malice Link monsters, your opponent's monsters can only target them for attacks. This card did not need to do anything else. It just says on activation, banish one, special. It's going to trigger and special summon itself. Mission accomplished. The other extra effects on this are extremely good, and I really, really like this. Next up is our first trap card. This is the who are you? It looks like we got another monster jamming out here. MTP07. You activate one card with this card's name per turn. You can activate this card the turn it was set by banishing one face-up Malice monster you control. Oh, wait, that's pretty good. Add a Malice monster from your deck to your hand. If you control a Malice Link monster, you can banish one card in the field. So, let's digest that for a second. I can banish a Malice monster. It'll bring itself back. And then I get to add one from deck to hand? That's pretty good. And I get a spot removal a card. With this card, I feel, personally, you should be able to use this as an interruption on the opponent's turn by the Revive 1 effect. That's pretty good. And then we have GWC06. You can activate this card named per turn. So you can activate this card the turn was set by banishing a face-up Malice. Pay that 300, bring it on back. We can special summon a Malice monster from your graveyard or banishment. If you control a Malice Link monster, you gain life points equal to the summoned monster's original attack points. That's actually pretty good in my opinion. You know, you get a free life point gain, but this is also a free revive. And I mean, even if I feel like you are going to want to play all the trap cards because you want to try to cheese a very large attack point monster here, which is actually pretty cool to see. I just realized MTP is Mad Tea Party, which refers to Chapter 7, a Mad Tea Party. And then we also have GWC, The Grin Without a Cat, in the Alice novel, which is Chapter 6. And then 11 is actually a reference to Chapter 11. So this is the TB11. So you activate this card, or one card with this card's name per turn. You can activate this card the turn it was set by banishing a face-up Malice monster you control. Special summon a Malice monster from your deck, or if your opponent controls 3 or more cards, you can special summon a Malice Link monster from your extra deck instead. The summoned monster cannot attack or activate its effects this turn, which I don't even give a crap about. This is a free, if my opponent is overwhelming me here, and they're trying to bring out some very, very, big threatening things, like this is a free chum block, which is actually insane to me. Our reprints are Darkscaper, Aloof Lupine, Zero Boros, Allure Darkness, Signet Backdoor, and Dimensional Fissure. I will be honest with you, I think this archetype is super strong. I think there's a lot of cool things here to be had, and I fully look forward to seeing what our other Link monster is going to do. We'll have that in 2 weeks, because remember, next week will be the little cluster dinosaur and friends, and then it'll be the week after that. And then we have main deck support probably in the next set. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Remember, the Malice playmat is up if you want to get one. I'll leave a link down below, and you guys have a good rest of your day, alright? patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.